Hey, it's Coach2K with Coach2K.com, and in this video I wanted to start talking about a project that I wanted to work on, and it's a roster project. Now, I hadn't been too interested in using any custom rosters. I've always been a regular roster guy, always used the rosters that 2K gave us. And that's mainly because I've always been playing online against other people, and so I always want to use the same roster all the time. But lately I've been using Franchise Play 99's Ultimate Legends roster, and I've been having a lot of fun with that roster, and there were some things that just seemed like it played better, it felt better. And so I got to talking to my C2K League Commissioner, Alabama Rob, about rosters, and he felt maybe there's some areas that we can improve the official roster, and we even kicked around the idea of maybe using the roster that we create in league play, which would kind of make our league kind of unique. So the main goal that we want to do is tie anything we can to real stats. He's telling me that most of the stuff that we need we can get right off of NBA.com, and wherever players are strong, we make them strong. Wherever they're weak, then we make them weak, and just try and get a better gaming experience than maybe we feel like we've been getting. Now, as part of that, I just kind of wanted to talk about the components of the roster in the first video that I do here. And this is NBA 2K15. Obviously, when 16 comes out, I'm sure we'll see some changes here. But obviously, the first thing that's important is you have the right guys on the team. So, with the draft and the trades that have been made, you can see this one's been updated with guys to reflect that. So, as transactions are made, obviously you want rosters to be correct. The next component of a roster is the rotations, and so you have your starters here. Obviously you want those to be correct, and then your whoever's down here that doesn't even play. And so I think there's some tweaking that could be done there, obviously from a starter standpoint. The coaching sliders are here too. Now, I'm not too sure exactly how these impact the game yet, so that's something that I'm going to kind of discuss with Alabama Rob and maybe do some research on. Obviously, you can change playbooks, but how do these impact the game compared to other coaches? The next section are the points of emphasis, so I'm guessing these are the default points of emphasis that the coach would normally use. Now, I noticed, depending on the lineup that I put on the floor, that my points of emphasis that I begin with are different depending on who's on the floor. But it's a section in the roster that we can edit. The next section is the playbook. I've noticed that, for example, I have the Pacers playbook. What was interesting is that in the Legends roster that I don't have plays for Reggie Miller that are like floppy plays, so I would go in and kind of customize that. So we're not really sure what we're going to do here yet, although I think some work could be done to make the playbooks work a little bit better. We could even, maybe for our league guys, we could even substitute the plays that they want to use depending on how NBA 2K16 is set up. I'm sure that some of the guys really appreciate having their own custom playbook, which they don't have that option now. Then there's play assignments, so you can assign plays. We'd want this to reflect either the way our user would want to use them, or based on how what they would actually do in the game. And so those are the primary components of the roster to begin with, and that's kind of the starting point of the project. And in the next video, we'll start getting in a little bit more detail about kind of where we're going to start. So if you're interested in the series, hit the video with a like to let me know, and we'll keep you posted on what we're doing. And if you want to play me sometime, hit me up on PlayStation, www.coach2k.com. And if we get a chance to play, then I will see you on the court.